Hello there, Leo.
Hi, Zach.
I'm so excited to talk to you about this movie. I'm a big fan of yours. I loved you in Nuremberg.
Thank you, pal.
First off, are you a method guy? Did you do anything to prepare, anything in particular to prepare for this role?
There was a bunch of stuff I needed to prepare for this. Firstly, piano training. Needed extensive piano training, piano tuning training,
Oof.
and learning about hyperacusis and how one kind of navigates life with the condition. Um, so yeah, a lot of preparation involved, but it's one of the joys of doing this is that you you learn skills and you learn about uh, walks of life that you wouldn't otherwise do.
I'll ask you the same question I asked Havana last week. Where was your piano skill before you started the movie, and where is it now?
Good question. I'd have to have an expert tell me where it is now, but
In
it's
your humble opinion.
certainly a lot better than it was when I began. Um, yeah, it was a long way to go, um, but we had the best teachers um, guiding us through it, and we had thankfully, just enough time to you know get as good as we could
Sure.
before filming.
Great. So this is Daniel Rohr's, film debut. Do you feel like he brought his documentary style to the film? Like, was he prepared to work with actors? Tell me a little bit about working with him, what he brought to the film, and your relationship.
We became fierce friends very quickly on this, and we became sort of comrades. He spoke to me, way before we started filming about the first fact that this was the first time he was working with actors, and he wasn't. He was very sort of respectful about it. He didn't know, and he wanted to know how to be a good actor's director. Um, and so he would ask me what I needed and what Havana needed, and I'm assuming he asked Dustin what Dustin needed. Um, and he's a quick learner. I mean, I had a wonderful time, being his actor, and his approach from being a documentarian kind of helped with filming in a way that he loved just rolling the camera and watching us sort of behave, and particularly with Dustin Hoffman involved, who loves to riff and come up with new stuff every time. Like it was a good marriage.
Now, I love getting to talk with like legends, people who've been around, people who remember, especially like the New York City, scene from way back when. Now, I can't imagine being on a set with Dustin Hoffman and not as soon as the camera stopped rolling, just like feeling like a kid pulling on like his pant waist, being like, "Oh, tell me, tell me, tell me." Did you have any of those moments with him, or did you keep it cool?
Do you know what? I found my moments, but I did want to try and keep it cool because I didn't, you know, he's 87 and like he's at work. I didn't want to just like drain his energy and annoy him all day with questions that he's heard 1,000 times. But he's also
Remember
very
Straw
generous.
Dogs?
Yeah. Yeah, I got to ask him about things that I really cared about, like Kramer and All the President's Men and Hook, and he's very generous with that stuff. He loves talking about it, and you know he loves the joy that it brings in people. So it never seemed like a hardship to him to answer my annoying questions or Daniel's. Um, he was great.
Was Hook a particularly formative one for you in your childhood?
Yeah, I would watch it with my brother and sister and my mum and my grandma every year. Um, and he would do the Hook voice on set, which was really, really surreal to hear in person.
Um, I gotta say, give it a few years, and some actor's gonna be pulling on your pant waist because you are tremendous, especially in this. You
Thank you,
have
sir.
incredible chemistry with Dustin and with Havana. Was there, were the two of you cast together? Did you have to do any like chemistry reads, or was it just like, Leo, this is Havana, Havana, this is Leo, you're in love?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much that. Yeah, there was no chemistry reads for this one. Um, I think Daniel put his faith in us, which I really appreciate.
Sure. Um, Now, from what I understand, she had some piano experience coming into it. Did you practice together or train or help each other out when it comes to that, or were you on separate paths?
I think she advanced quicker than me, and she had a bit of experience beforehand, but not a ton. Or at least hadn't played it for a very long time. Uh, so I probably would have slowed her down. But yeah, the days where we were both on set and there was a piano there, I basically just kind of forced her to play Interstellar with me because that's my crowning tune on the piano.
Fair enough. Um, Now you talked about learning about the hearing condition. Were your earplugs like the in-ear ones as well as the noise canceling, were they like did they work? Could you actually not hear stuff? Or were they like specially designed so that you could still, communicate with
The
everyone?
little ones they were specially designed to because they were going to have to be in the whole movie,
Right.
uh, and they were molded to my ear so they could just fit and. But the big ones were not made especially, and so yeah, there were some scenes that I couldn't hear a fucking thing, um, which kind of defeated the purpose a little bit. um, but it was completely fine in the end. There was never a scene where that actually it got in the way. But I did wonder at the very beginning. I was like, damn, can we like punch some holes through this thing so that I could actually hear something?